Hey guys, Miss Ragland here, and today I'm going to share with you a new art form that I've just learned and I'm pretty excited about, and it's called Neurographic Art. Now this is what I'm going to let you choose between in 7th grade, either the graphic design project or the neurographic art. And that's because some people like the more organic, more artistic feel of the neurographic art, while some people may find it tedious. So you can decide. Now, neurographic art was created in 2014 by Pavel Piskarev. He was a Russian psychologist, and is to help us engage more neurons in our brain and to make things that are more angry and fearful into more a calming experience. So, it is an art therapy technique. So what you're supposed to do first is to think about a problem that you may have, visualize it, think about it, and throughout this art experience, you are going to dwell on it instead of focusing on your artwork. Just kind of let the artwork happen. Don't worry too much about the end result, and hopefully when you get done, you'll feel better. So to get started, you will need a piece of paper. Now in class, I've used watercolor paper because we are going to paint ours with watercolor paints. Whatever you have at home is fine. Cardstock works good. Construction paper would be fine. I'm going to start out with a fine tip Sharpie. And what you're going to do is you're just going to draw several free organic shapes. Now, I will advise you not to do too many because it can get a little tedious. So I'm just going to do just a few for this exercise, and then I'll show you what mine looks like afterwards. Once you've done your few organic blobs, you're going to do lines that go from one side of the art to the other side, all the way off the page. These lines can be anything that makes you happy, as long as they go from one edge to the other. There we go. Now, some students find this next part the tricky part, but you can get it, I promise. I'm going to switch to a larger size Sharpie. You can continue with whatever Sharpie you have. You could even use a Crayola marker or whatever kind of markers you may have. You can even do this with a black colored pencil. So whatever you have at home is fine. Now you're going to start rounding out the corners. So I'm going to take, anytime there's an intersection like this, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You see this little intersection? We're going to round that out. And we're going to create a corner. And I'm going to color it in. A curve, excuse me. So we're taking these sharp edges and we're making them round. This is the part of the artwork that's going to engage the most neurons in your brain. See that corner? Now it's a curve. This one, curve. And that one, curve. I usually go over all the lines again so that they're more uniform. You could have started out with a fat Sharpie, but okay, so you're going to do that all over the entire page, making sure that there are no sharp edges and no corners. I think it kind of looks like soap bubbles that are all connected. Soap bubbles, or they're supposed to look like brain neurons as well. So round out all the corners, and that can take you a while, especially if you do a lot of shapes. You can even round the edges too if you want to. I do round those edges so that everything is nice and round. Okay. Once you get everything rounded and everything traced over, you're going to color these in. Now you can color these in any way you want to, but for your project and your assignment, I want you to choose a color scheme. So I'm going to upload the color schemes review that we all went on through in class, and you can choose any color scheme. So that could be a cool color scheme, a warm color scheme, contrasting color schemes, primary color schemes, analogous, anything you want to do. You have to choose a color scheme, and then when you turn in your artwork, just tell me what your color scheme is. So you can use watercolors, like I said, to paint it in, or you could use whatever you have available. You could even use color pencils. They would be nice too. You can even do some shading with those color pencils if you wanted to. So you could do darker edges. You could even add a couple of different colors to the same bubble. Layer those colors. That could come out really nice. So here's one that I am currently working on. Let me zoom out a little bit. So as you can see, this one has a lot more shapes that I've started out with, and then I rounded out all my edges. I did do this one with watercolors. I let it dry, and then I'm probably going to go back and add another layer of watercolors just to add some more depth and shading. So I found it really, really enjoyable and relaxing and really fun, and it comes out to be abstract, of course, but it's still very beautiful to look at. So I hope you guys enjoy this project. You can find way more videos on YouTube about how to do this if you want to look up some more things. But have a fun time with it, and hopefully it'll be a good experience for you. So happy creating, guys. Bye!